Welcome back, everybody. We are back at it again with a box of nickels. So this I got at the same time as I got that box of quarters from the other day that I got the two silvers out of. So I'm hopeful that we'll find some good stuff in this. So you can see this is also from Grand River Transit. Unfortunately, I think I could have also got a box of dimes from them, but when I opened the box and I saw that they were machine rolled, these ones I could see that there was some older heads on the coins, but when I looked at the box of dimes, it was kind of hard to tell, and I didn't actually notice this stamp until I came home. So I should have checked that, and maybe it was a box of dimes from that Grand River Transit as well. So obviously they have not gone through ARP because I managed to get two silvers out of that last one. So we're good to go here, and we're going to try the same format as last time. So I do record my videos probably close to 3 to 4 weeks in advance of them getting posted. Obviously, if you have some opinions on how I'm doing this, it probably will be several videos down the road before I'll actually see those opinions. But by all means, please post, what you prefer, whether you prefer the more mobile camera, kind of going back and forth and getting in closer, or a more static camera like I did on the last video and I'm going to do on this one. So, all right, without further ado, we will start off with roll one, and I'll bring you back in. Excuse me. Bring you back in when I find something. All right. All right. First find of the hunt here is a 1963. It's got great luster on it. It's a really good condition coin for a coin that is almost 50 years old. That is a young head, and it's about 44 million of those minted, so that's a good find. One of the lower mintages around that those dates. So awesome. Good start to the hunt. Hopefully we get some more stuff. All right, I did find another find here. So we found a 1996 FAR 6. It's hard to tell, but I did pull out my near 6 so we can kind of do a quick comparison. And I'll just push it in here and you can see the difference there with the near 6 versus the FAR 6. So yeah, that one is a little bit more value to the near 6, or sorry, to the FAR 6. So I will keep that as well. That was roll 3, by the way. All right, same roll, and we have a 1997 here. So that is one of the lower mintage years at about just over 27 million. So another one in pretty decent shape. And yeah, so I'll set that one aside as well. Yeah, one of the other things I did was I added my lapel mic to my camera, or so my phone. It seems like my camera was maybe a little bit more sensitive. So when I turned my head away, I noticed on the previous video that if I turn my head away from where the phone is, then my audio kind of cut out a little bit. So I've got a lapel mic on here now. So hopefully that solves that problem, and we'll know, I guess, by the end of the video. So, all right, this is still roll 3, so we'll move on to the next roll. We're on roll 4. We're just 3 in here, and found another 1963, also in reasonably good shape. I think the other one was a little bit nicer, but also a young head. So yeah, keep that as well. We are on roll 12 by the looks of it here, and I have found another one. I do edge hunt these, but I missed this when I pulled this one out. It was right along the left side edge here. So it's a 1961 young head. It is about 48 million, just under 48 million that were minted. It's got some scratches on it, but I will definitely keep it. I like to keep all the 12-sided ones. So roll 16 here. I've got another low mint find here. It's a 1997. There's just over 27 million of these minted, and worth keeping. It's decent shape, so set those aside. We are on roll 18, and we've got another 12-sided nickel showing up here. So let's pull that out and see what we've got. Oops, looks like a King George the Sixth head. Yeah. Little scratch on it there, but not too bad. And then, oh, it's a 1947 maple leaf. So it is probably of the three. There's 3 different variations of the 47. So you got the 47 plain, 47 with a maple leaf, and the 47 dot is the one that we want. That one has some pretty good value, but 47 maple leaf actually is the most common of the bunch, just by a little bit. It's about 9.5 million of these minted, and there's a little over 7 million of the plain minted, and then a very few of them that have the dot. So, but yeah, nice King George, nice old nickel. So that's awesome to get. Always happy to find those 12-sided. All right, I will bring you back in if I find anything else. We got our first find of this roll, so that is roll 20, and this is the 1867 to 1967 Centennial Bunny. So not silver, but yeah, I try and keep all these. They're usually in better shape. Like, it's not bad, but relative to other ones I find, I've found them in much better shape than that. But anyway, that's it. And it looks like there's another older one in behind here. Let's just check that. 1988, not one we're looking for. And that's it. Okay, oh, there's a 2001, and it's a P. So, okay, on to the next. We are on roll 32, and we just stumbled across a King George VI head here. So, flip this over, see what we got. Looks like a 1940. So, that's one of the more common years from the King George era, and so not too surprising that you find it. But if you're going to find one, it's pretty beat up. But at this point, I'm just going to hang on to all of these because I don't find them too often. So I'll stick that up with the rest. We are on roll 38, and I just stumbled across this little beauty here. So we have a buffalo nickel from the U.S., and it is... sorry, an Indian head, I believe. Where are we here? Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah. Buffalo nickel, Indian head, whatever you want to call it. It is 1937. Yeah. And it's in actually pretty decent shape considering the age of this coin. So that's a nice find to pick up. I don't find a lot of... well, I don't find much before 1940, and even in the Canadian nickels, and yeah, that's a decent looking Indian head. 1937. There is a variety, but it is on the D, and I don't believe that is a D. So I kind of am holding the camera here because I knew I was going to want to put it on the microscope, and yeah, so there's no mint mark on there. The 1937 D has a missing leg. So this front leg here would be missing on the 1937D. So anyway, but still, that's a nice buffalo nickel, and happy to have found that one. So I will stick that in with the rest of the stuff over here, and I'll stick my camera back up. I knew I was going to be pulling it out for the microphone, and I actually had to charge my phone. It was getting low, so so I thought I would just leave it off. All right, we'll be back when I find something else. All right, we're just at the end of that roll, and or the same roll that I found the buffalo nickel in, and we have a young head here. So it is a 1964. So there's that extra waterline variant on there, which is not on that. Just double check on the microscope, but yeah, so no extra waterline on there. So I'll set it aside though. There are a lot of them that were minted for the 1964s. But I'll set it up with the rest for the time being. All right, well, that's it. Box is done. So we are here for the wrap up now. So we did find a few coins. It was not a tremendously exciting box, but we did find a few things that were kind of neat. I will likely marry this with the other box that I did before. It also had only a few finds in it, so I'll make a video of it. And yeah, so I didn't save those coins to kind of do a final wrap up for everything, but I will probably put the two together in one video. Depends on what the footage looks like after I'm all done here. So you guys will know as you're watching this what I did. All right, so this is what we picked up as far as the low mintage. So the two 1997s, they are 27 million in mintage on those. This one's a pretty decent shape. We also had a 1996 FAR 6. So this one is, there's three variants, the near 6, the FAR 6, and the attached 6. And this one here is the FAR 6, which is it's not the most expensive variant. The attached 6 is the one you're looking for, but the FAR 6 is actually a little bit better than the near 6. So that was nice to pick up. And I'll just do these two. So I'm going to throw both these back. This rabbit is in pretty rough shape, and I've got lots of them in much, much better shape than that. Same thing with the 1964. Pretty beat up, didn't have the extra water line, so I won't bother keeping those, but I did pull them out on video there, so you guys saw them. So 1963, so I did check these for the doubling on the 3. There was no doubling. Oops, sorry, get myself centered here. And but they are young heads and lower mintage, so I will hang on to those. The 1961 is also a little bit lower mintage and a young head as well. And we also have the 1947 Maple Leaf, which is kind of a nice pickup. Always like to get those. 12-sided coin. One of the only two 12-sided coins we picked up out of that entire box there. So, and then a 1940. So that's the earliest of the Canadian ones that I have. So King George VI. It's got a nice big scratch across the back, but I will keep it for now. Nice to get those older coins. And then as far as I'm concerned, the highlight of the evening is this one here, which is the U.S. Buffalo nickel, sorry, and it's a 1937 Philadelphia, in pretty decent shape. There's obviously some wear on there, but that's not a bad looking coin. So nice to get that back in the 30s, and yeah, that'll go in my collection. I didn't actually look to see if I had one already. I might. I have a few, but yeah, I'm sure that'll probably end up filling a hole. So, all right, so that's it. Oh yeah, and I got $1.20. Not counting this one, $1.20 in U.S. Quarters. The rest of them, none of them were too exciting. Most of them are modern after 2000. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that hunt. We did find a few neat things in there, and looking forward to doing the next box with you. So, oh, and let's just do this so that everybody can see this. I know I enjoy watching that final stamp. I have my stamp now here. So let's mark this box as done. There we go. Watch me on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching me and being part of the hunt here. Looking forward to the next one. Take care.